Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to my Robinhood portfolio. As you can see here, I have my Coinbase app pulled up, and today I'd like to talk about Bitcoin mining versus Bitcoin day and swing trading. There's been a lot of comments on the comment threads talking about cryptocurrencies, and one viewer in particular, Jose Arreo, writes a very long comment actually, but he essentially writes, great overall video on Bitcoin and mining, and then he goes on to later write, but is it better today trade or mine Bitcoin? So I thought I'd talk about both approaches. Each has its pros and cons. As you can see here, Bitcoin over the last year has absolutely skyrocketed in price. You can see about a year ago, $700 or so, $600, now trading for $5,000 range. I'm not quite sure if it got up to $5,000 range actually. 49.44, so almost 5,000. But a remarkable rise in not only Bitcoin, but Ethereum as well. Very, very impressive. About $8 to $11 range here, spiking up to $333 before pulling back, spiking up again. Litecoin as well, sitting pretty stable at $3 to $4, and then trending up just like Bitcoin and Ethereum here. At one point, almost breaching $90. I think if we take a look at the week graph, it did breach $90 here. Yeah, 93, almost $94 there. So absolutely skyrocketing price of all the cryptocurrencies. Litecoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin are available on Coinbase, but there are a lot of different exchanges out there, essentially brokerage accounts where you can buy and sell a lot of these different types of cryptocurrency. There's only a few that you can actually sell cryptocurrency for fiat dollars, US currency, Canadian currency, essentially Canadian dollars and US dollars. I think you might be able to do euros as well. But Coinbase, I like Coinbase. It's very, very stable. It is, I think, based in the United States, so it's a very regulated type of an exchange. A lot of the other ones are in Eastern Europe and some other places where I don't know if I'd be holding a lot of either US dollars on that particular exchange or coins. And like I said, there's only a few that you can actually trade cryptocurrencies for actual currency, whether that's dollars, fiat dollars, either US or Canadian, or fiat euros in Europe. Those are only the three. And I think there are some Chinese and maybe some Japanese other exchanges that you can use, but don't really trust those. I've only really trusted Coinbase, so that's why I've only done trading in Bitcoin and Litecoin. Really haven't experienced anything with Ethereum here, but definitely have some Litecoin. I have 68 Litecoins offline cold storage. I do have some Bitcoins. I have a few here. Actually, a few fractions of a Bitcoin, 0.00249, but that's still worth $11.22. And I'm looking to get into either mining or trading. I think I might try out both, and each, like I said, has its pros and cons. So if you want to do Bitcoin trading, either day or swing trading, I would suggest doing it on Coinbase here. You can do it on the other exchanges as well. But the only problem with doing this is that the fees are very, very high. So unlike Robinhood, where there's no commission fees, or even some of the other brokerage accounts for stocks like E-Trade, Vanguard, Trade King, some of the other very discounted brokerage accounts, on Coinbase it's going to be it's going to be 1.49% to sell, 1.49% to buy, and it may be even higher if you buy and sell with a credit card or debit card, or buy with the credit or debit card. It's 3.99%. So at the very, very minimum, if you're only using cash, US dollars, to put into the account, your Coinbase wallet, to buy, and then also selling off, putting that back into your bank account, you're looking at minimum 3% fee. If you're using credit and debit card to buy, you're looking at a minimum of 6% fee. So a stock would have to essentially be higher than a 3% trend up to make a profit, or if you're doing it with a credit card or debit card, more than 6%. That's really, really big. You are very, very penalized for doing trading on these particular applications, Coinbase especially here. But the nice price about cryptocurrency is these big, large swings in price. So 44 down to 43, up to 45 almost, down again, up again. You really need this to do successful day and swing trading. And that's the nice part about this particular type of trading. It's not like stocks, where a lot of stocks kind of are holding to a particular price. There's wild swings in the price of cryptocurrency. So this makes it very amenable to doing day and swing trading. You can see over the last week here, these big trends up and down, up and down. And over the last month here, you can see quite a bit of money could be lost or made by doing trading on Coinbase here. But again, the fees kind of eat into your profit. 3% minimum if you're only using cash, US dollars. 6% if you're using a debit or credit card on the buy side of the equation. Buying and then selling off 1.49% again. It's very, very feasible, and you don't need any upfront capital to put in, unlike mining. So when you talk about mining, you have to put significant capital into the mining hardware. Also, it's a little bit more technical, getting all the algorithms up and running, getting onto a mining pool, so on and so forth, getting those coins. And then after you get the coins, if you want to sell the coins, you're still going to have to put them into Coinbase, for example, and incur that 1.49%. So it's not free for selling off the coins either. You're still going to have that 1.49%. So you're really eliminating that 1.49% to buy the coin, but the upfront capital to mine could almost be more than that 1.49%. Let's take a look at some of the hardware since I'm talking about that. And here you can see some of the different types of hardware. I have the two best miners, one for Litecoin, one for Bitcoin. You can see this L3 Plus Antminer here for Litecoin. A very, very good piece of equipment, but it's very, very pricey. You can see on the left there, $1,644. And then the annual mining is currently $7,483.62 with a payback of 80 days. So really what that means is if you buy this piece of equipment, it'll take 62 days with the current rate of return on Litecoin. But as you guys may or may not know, the more people who are mining a particular cryptocurrency, the less you will get per unit put into mining. So for example, hash rate here, 504 mega hash, really the number of calculations that you're doing. And then based off that, you'll get a certain amount of Bitcoin or Litecoin back in your wallet. But the more people who mine, you'll need more hash rate for each coin. So right now, the payback period may be 71 days. Tomorrow, it may be 75. The day after, it may be 80. And that's what's really the problem with using hardware to mine these types of cryptocurrencies. You're very, very susceptible to the price fluctuations as you are in day and swing trading, but also the more people who mine and the more people who are employing or taking online more equipment, the higher the payback period, because your hash rate essentially is decreasing to the overall hash rate. You need to do more calculations to make the same amount of coins, if that makes sense. So essentially, if I bought this piece of machinery, I could probably use it for a month or so. Then I have to buy a second one to keep pace with everybody else to get that same amount of Litecoin or Bitcoin. But in doing that, obviously, I'm going to be incurring significant capital costs for the equipment. So that is the best Litecoin miner. Let's go down to the Bitcoin miner. The S9 Antminer, currently the best Bitcoin miner right now. And the reason these two are different is they use different types of underlying algorithms to get the coins. The calculations are different and the hardware is designed differently as well. So you can't use a Bitcoin miner for Litecoin or Litecoin miner for Bitcoin. You can use a Litecoin miner for other types of script coins like Dogecoin. There's literally hundreds of different types of coins out there. But you can see the current payback period. Again, this is the S9 Antminer, and the protocol is the ASIC protocol. Again, very, very expensive, over $1,000. Payback period is 82 days. But again, that payback period is going to increase the more days you have this particular piece of equipment. So you may never be able to pay back the equipment. It all depends on the price of the underlying coin as well as how many other people are mining. If a lot of people quit mining, your payback period will essentially go down because on your hash rate there, so this is 14,000 gigahash, your hash rate compared to the overall hash rate really determines how many coins you get back. So if a lot of people quit mining, you'll essentially have a greater hash compared to the overall hash rate, and you'll get more Bitcoins per individual gigahash on your particular mining equipment. So very, very volatile, lots of upfront costs. But the nice part about this is that you can essentially mine as much as you want based on the price. So if the price goes down, you can stop mining because of electrical costs. And another great part about this particular website is that it calculates all these numbers for you. Power cost per day, return per day, profit ratio, and it also can go in and configure exactly what your electricity rate is. Sometimes there's a lower electricity rate at night versus the daytime. So a lot of Bitcoin miners will mine at night and not so much during the day, depending again on the price. If the price gets to the point where it's dropping so low that you're losing money mining Bitcoin, you can essentially turn your machines off at that point. So advantages to both, disadvantages to both as well. Again, day trading, you're opening yourself up to very, very high fees. 1.49% to buy, 1.49% to sell. If you're using a credit or debit card, it'll be 3.99% to buy. So 3 to 6% for day and swing trading, and that's on every transaction. And then for the mining hardware, again, very, very high capital cost up front. This particular miner, the best Bitcoin miner right now, over $1,000, plus you have to have the technical expertise to get the algorithm up and running, getting onto a mining pool. And again, the mining pool has some risk in it as well. Some of the mining pools may actually siphon off a particular percentage of your coins. You really don't know that, so you got to be on a very, very good mining site. And then electricity costs, another key component of this. If you live in an area where the electricity costs are higher, obviously that payback period is going to be longer because you're going to be paying more in electricity costs as you are mining your Bitcoins, and cooling costs as well. I did not mention that, but factored into this is not cooling. So a lot of these cards, a lot of these particular pieces of machinery require lots of cooling costs as well, which I think may be actually configured into the power cost per day. But another thing to take a look at, especially if you're doing mining on GPUs or computer graphics cards, you need a lot of external either fans or air conditioning to keep those cards cool and efficient. So two very different ways of getting into cryptocurrency. Bitcoin mining by using hardware, that same applies to Litecoin, Ethereum, all of the other types of coins out there. And then then day or swing trading these particular coins on Coinbase. Another very popular way to do this, but again, very expensive when you think about all the fees you have to pay. I'm currently looking at buying a piece of equipment. I think I'm going to be buying that Litecoin miner that we talked about earlier, because not only can you mine Litecoin, you can mine all the other types of coins. So if one coin is going up dramatically, you can actually switch your algorithm and simply start mining that coin for a period of time. If another coin becomes more popular, you can simply switch it as well. And some of the different mining pools, you can actually mine coins at the same time. So you can, for example, put 50% into Litecoin, 50% into Dogecoin, another type of coin, and mine both at once, depending on the pool that you are on. So lots of different ways to do it. But again, you need the expertise to do that. So let me know what you guys are doing with your cryptocurrency. Are you mining? Are you doing day and swing trading? Are you doing a little bit of both? Maybe you're mining to put the coins into Coinbase or another exchange, and then you're day and swing trading with those coins as well to kind of get a supplemental income with the mining. I'm going to be doing some mining. I did some mining in the past. Like I said, I have 68 Litecoins currently. Before, they really weren't worth anything. That's why I got out of mining. But now, with coins being over $90, lots of profit to be made. I think I might put those into Coinbase and simply day and swing trade those for a little bit of fun. But also, again, I'm looking at different pieces of equipment to buy. Let me know if you guys have bought any of these pieces of equipment. This S9 Antminer, for example, for Bitcoin. Also looking at this. If you have bought this piece of equipment, what are some of the drawbacks behind this? Was it easy to set up? Is it hard to set up? What about the mining pools? Are they trustworthy or not? Please let me know. Very interested to know anything about any of these particular types of equipment. I haven't got on to any of the forums yet talking about these pieces of equipment, but I definitely want to get into cryptocurrency. So yeah, not to make the video too long, I'll kind of end it there. Again, if you guys have any great advice for me, please let me know. Anything that would supplement this discussion, please let me know as well. I'll do a video about that. So yeah, not to make the video too long, as always, if you guys enjoy my videos, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Definitely appreciate your support. Again, if you guys have any great video ideas, let me know, especially about mining, Bitcoin, Litecoin, other types of cryptocurrencies. Rather new or getting back into it, so I'd love some advice on that. Some guidance is always appreciated. So yeah, kind of with that, I'll end the video.